Hi everyone, happy Saturday night. I hope that you have had a great day. I am gonna do a quick project here tonight on a canvas clutch. And they actually still have these on the website, but they actually don't have them in the new catalog. And I'm gonna use a size A transfer, awkward since forever. And because I'm doing it on canvas, I'm gonna do ink. And these clutches you can actually do on both sides. So I am just going to do one side tonight. I will let it thoroughly dry and I will do the other side tomorrow, and I'm actually going to use the same design, so this will work out perfectly. So while I am working on this, one of the things I wanted to share with you that I probably have talked about a little bit in my lives, but I just wanted to spend a little bit more time talking about it, and that's the business aspect of Chalk Couture. Certainly it's all about fun and crafting and making friends and building a community of people that are crafters and business people, but there are a lot of great opportunities with this company. They have only been in business just over 2 years. So this is actually, hi Eileen, welcome. I just actually saw your message and I will respond back to you as soon as I am finished here. I have spent the day with my granddaughter and she has kicked my butt. We have had a terrific day, but she is nonstop activity. So I'm not sure that she's asleep, but she is at least in bed and bathed. So let's kind of get going with this project, and then as we go along I will kind of be talking about different things. So with the transfer, because it is on fabric, we don't have to fuzz it. So we're going to put it right on, and this is reusable. It's a silkscreen fabric, and where all of the letters are is a fine mesh screen. And so it's a little bit hard to tell on the screen there, but this is going to make it a very easy project to complete. So I'm just centering this. Now, one of the tricky things with these bags is making sure that you don't have any air pockets, because it's not a big flat surface like you have with a pillow cover. So it really is worth it to take a few minutes and really make sure that you have gotten all of the air bubbles out. And what I have to help me is a wide squeegee, and I'm just going to go through this. The clutch is also it has the stitching of black along the bottom, and then you have the zipper at the top. So it can be a little bit challenging to get a flat surface. So I'm just looking here because I do not want to have any pockets. Now, the nice thing about doing this clutch with this transfer is I've never used it before, so it is nice and sticky. So as I go along here, I believe I have exactly what I want, and I am going to do 4 different colors. I'm going to do all the letters a different color, and then in the middle is the word since, and I'm going to do that in one color, and then these little dots I'm going to do in different colors. Now, because I have small spaces that I am working with, I'm not going to use my regular squeegee. I'm going to use this multi-tool. So the 4 colors I'm going to use are Current Jam, Storm, which is a pretty gray, Midnight Sky, I love this blue, and then this is one of my new favorite colors, and it is Tide. So when you're working with ink, you want to make sure that you don't have it on your fingers because you don't want to get it on your bag. So we are just going to, I'm going to count out so I can do all of one color all the way through, just to make it easier and less cleaning of my multi-tool. So I just dip this in the ink. You don't need a whole lot, and you're just gliding this very gently across the transfer. So I hope you can see as I'm doing this. These are great bold colors, and so it's going to look really nice. You don't want to press too hard because you don't want to force the ink underneath the transfer. I want a nice crisp lettering. So I'm going to count out by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this next A, I'm also going to do in the same color. And you certainly don't have to do a even pattern. You can make it however you look. You could even certainly do it in all one color. Now, because these letters are fairly close to one another, I'm just taking my time to not go into the next letter if I can avoid it. And then as you're going along the canvas, you're just kind of looking to make sure that there is ink in all of the spots. So if you have to go over it a second time, that is not a big deal. Again, just nice, smooth, gentle motions to not force it. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and this O. And the O is nice and big and round, so sometimes those make me a little nervous, and I don't want them to, again, I want my nice crisp circle, so I'm just gonna go around. Sometimes when you have a lot of wide open screen, there's nothing to adhere it to your fabric or your surface, and that it can be a little more challenging. But I think we are good. So we're gonna just continue to do that one. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then my E. And we'll again do that. And then we will move on to our gray. So this is gonna be very quick, which are my favorite projects, especially after a busy, fun day. Perfect. I spent time watering all of my flowers today because they were hurting with all of the warm, dry weather, and Quinn came out to help me, and of course, you know, I'll do that. So she actually did a pretty good job, and I only got sprayed with the hose once, which I thought was pretty good. And she did not spray herself, so it was very fun to see how much fun she had doing it. Okay, so I've cleaned my multi-tool. We're going to move on to our storm color, and we're going to go along with that. And again, just the key is just to take your time and glide up and down to keep the ink exactly where you want it and not go over to the next letter. These little clutches are great for students to throw in their backpack. I am not somebody, when I am going to work, I don't usually carry a purse. So I do carry a small little Vera Bradley clutch that just has a little bit of cash and my driver's license and credit card. But I often carry these kinds of bags so I can throw my phones in, and then if I do get somewhere where I need kind of a purse or something, if I'm running the grocery store, I can just grab this and go out. So now we're going to just go to our next letter and do that. But again, there's all kinds of things that you could use this for, and it's really good for any age. And there's not many of us, I don't think, that could say we haven't been awkward at any or all of our lives with this. So I'm very close to my A here, so I'm just paying attention as I go down. And so far, I think we are doing very well. So I am very happy with this. Okay, so now I'm going to do R. So as you go along, you just, again, want to make sure that your transfer is well adhered to your canvas as you move along, because sometimes as you're working, it lifts up ever so slightly, so it's worth it to just take a second and put it down. That, perfect. And then our R. So I think I'm gonna do all of the letters and see what they look like before I decide what I'm gonna do for the center part, because I think it will become very clear once we see what all of this looks like. Now with the paste, the ink, it does not dry quickly like the paste does. So we can take our time. We don't have to worry about having it dry and then lift up with the transfer. Just want to make sure I didn't get my fingers there. Set that aside. Okay, so now we are going to go with Midnight Blue, and I have used this color on a lot of things. It's probably half gone, and I love this rich color blue. I'm a blue person, and it just shows up great on so many colors. I made a couple shirts for my husband for just fun things, and he loves this color blue too, so it's very fun. And it is a very bold, vibrant color, which I love. And it coordinates with just about any color. So I'm, again, very carefully, my K is very close to my W, so I'm just smoothly going up and down. Okay, now we're gonna do our D. And again, that's kind of like the O, it's wide open silk screen. So we're just gonna, again, take our time and go up and down. Now to make the ink permanent with this, you want to heat set it. So before you can heat set it, you want to make sure that it is completely dry, and then you can iron it or use a heat press. And all you need to do is use a piece of parchment paper over the ink. If you're using an iron, you use a cotton setting, and you iron it for 4 minutes on the inked side, and then you turn it inside out and iron on the other side for 4 minutes. I have an easy press, which is, a big fat square thing, and so it can get to a higher setting, and so I can actually heat set in 30 seconds, which is nice. Now this bag, okay, so we've done all of our letters with the blue, is I ironed it well before I started, because again, you don't want to have any wrinkles, because that is going to impact your design. And okay, I've got some ink on my hands. So it's absolutely worth your time to kind of prep everything exactly the way you want it to be. Okay, so let me get this, and now we are going to move on to this beautiful tide color. So we'll do this, and this is actually, I think, the newest color of ink that I got, and it's very, again, I love the bright color of it, and it's nice. Like sometimes I stick to pastel colors and pinks because I love pinks, and light blues and light yellows, but it's really fun to go bold with colors as well. So I am just taking my time. Now before I pull the transfer up, I'm going to take one last pass before I pull it up to make sure that I am happy with how the ink is in here and that I have not missed any spots. So again, there's no hurry in any of this, and this really is a very quick project overall. And now I will show you where we're at, and then we can come to a quick decision on how we are going to do this middle. Okay, set that there. So here is all of the awkward and forever, and so all we need to do is the middle part. And so I think I'm gonna do the word since in the teal. And then I think I'm going to do this cranberry color, Current Jam, on both sides of the dots. I think that that looks really nice with all the colors together. So this is all down, so I'm just going to do my since right there. And that is convenient since we still had our squeegee with that color on it. And so in looking over those letters, I feel like we have made good contact and have good color with all of those. So I'm just gonna set that one aside, and with the Current Jam one, I have another one, and I am just going to quickly do that one. Now, you can certainly buy canvas bags all over the place. I will honestly tell you the quality of the Couture canvas is better than the canvas bags that I have bought off of Amazon. The Amazon ones work. I've made great gifts for them. But just the fabric and the weave of it, it really takes this ink really well. Okay, so now I'm gonna keep it down while I pull it off, and then I will hold it up to show it to you because I don't want it to come over on itself. Cute, cute, cute. So I'm gonna set this in my water to dry. And then there we go. So that is completely finished. It just took a few minutes. I'm gonna let this completely dry. Now there are just a couple tiny little spots that maybe it didn't take it, but I actually like how it looks. The other option that you have is to take a small paintbrush, because these are solid letters, so it's not like you're trying to do an intricate design, and you can touch that up if you want it. I'm gonna look and see what it looks like when it's dry, but I actually think that I'm gonna keep it just like this. I think it adds to its awkwardness and its quirkiness in a bag. So I am gonna keep that like that. So I am, again, just gonna talk for just a couple minutes about the business aspect of Couture, just in case anybody has any questions or think that it is something that might be for them. If not for you, it might be for a friend of yours. This is a business that you can start literally for $99. That's the only investment that you need to make. You need to pay tax and shipping on it, but you get a great starter kit. So you don't get any inks, but you get 5 full-sized paste colors, you get a number of transfers, and you get a number of surfaces. And mostly you get access to what we call the back office, which is essentially the Couture website. And they have graphics, they have videos, they have learning modules, and that is all for Couture. But then there's all of your teams. So I have Team Fearless, then I am part of, it's 5 o'clock or 5 at Chalk or something like that somewhere. I'm part of Chalk Nation. So there's other teams and leaders who are very experienced in sales that are helping someone like me who has a professional background but not a sales background. I've never been in direct sales. I've never had my own business. I've worked in a hospital my whole life. I'm a nurse and am very comfortable being a nurse. But this is a great opportunity for me to earn a little bit of extra money, to do some extra things for my family. I would love to be able to take a nice vacation that, with our expenses that we have now for everything, we probably can't afford to take a great vacation. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if I could earn a little bit of extra money to help do that, I am happy to do that. And the best part is I am having a ton of fun. I'm learning new things. I am learning new people. And the other thing I want to emphasize is that I think is different from this sales company, again, I have nothing to base it on other than what people tell me, is there's no pressure, because the way this company works, there's so many ways you can run your business. You can try to build a team and have your business that way and really focus on your team and coaching. You can buy these products and just be a crafter and sell finished goods. Many people sell them at craft shows. They have storefronts, or where they have consignment things. They sell things on Facebook Marketplace. They sell things within their church to family and friends. So again, that is a great way to make money, and you're not selling per se. The only requirement that you have once you make your $99 investment is your website fee and your kind of transfer of the month, and that's $19.99 a month. So that's the only other charge that you will automatically get on your credit card. And so I have talked about Club Couture, which is something different, where people who want to get exclusive transfers can join Club Couture. That is $19.99 a month. I cannot join Club Couture, but I get the Club Couture transfer as part of my $19.99 fee. And if you're in Club Couture, you get the transfer and you get 3 chalk pastes for your $19.99. Once you have your $19.99 monthly fee for that, then the only additional requirement you have is to spend $150 on what we call PV, which is your personal volume. So those are your products, your jars of ink, paste, surfaces, transfers, every quarter. So that, even if I was just doing this on myself as a crafter and never sell anything, I would probably spend that, because there's so many different things I want to do. So I think that is very reasonable. It's essentially $50 a month. And again, if you choose to not renew it, there's no penalty. You aren't committed to, they're not going to charge you the $150 if you don't order things. They'll just drop you as a designer, and then you can choose to be a customer, because certainly we want to keep you involved in Chalk Couture. So if you have any interest in the business aspect of it, please comment biz or comment more information, or even comment kit, and I'd be happy to send you what the kit contents are listed out, and also what a picture of them is, because it is and I think I didn't mention this, so for your $99 it's $240 worth of products. So it's a great way to try a lot of different things and see if you like it. See, do these products work for you? These products don't exist in stores. They don't exist from any other company. They're high quality, they are unique, the formulas, and again, they clean up with water. They are a dream to work with. I have been extremely happy with all of the different things I have made. You can see some of the things behind me, the surfaces that they have. I have been very happy with the Chalk Couture things, and I have tried other surfaces as well. I have ventured into Holly Lobby and Target Market, or Dollar Spot and Michael's, just to see, because there's different shapes, sizes. Again, I am learning this. I am a student. I want to make sure that I understand this, because I can't help anybody else until I get this for sure. So please keep it in mind. It's a community of people that wants to support you. It's not pressure to perform, to sell, to earn money. That's really not how has been my experience in all of 2019, because I started at the beginning of the year. I feel nothing but support and cheerleading from people, and that part is nice. I've made a lot of friends, some just virtual, and some that I've been able to meet in person. So again, if you're considering any of that, There's a lot of different ways that you can make money, and it's kind of exciting, I think, to get in on the ground floor of a business opportunity. I am, still going to be working at the hospital for a while, but I'm at the point that I'm starting to think about life after the hospital and how fun this would be to have a little side business already set up, going and rolling. And then when I'm not working so much, I can devote some time, more time, to having that side business. And because of all this work I've already put into it, it's going to be well established. So just something to think about. So I hope you have a great Saturday. I hope you've been able to stay cool, in the